how do I source your it? So if I use some of your code, how do I source it? Like
I
cite it.
don't know for sure the proper way to do it. I know I usually just put in the comments where I got the code from
Oh,
if I'm
okay.
doing something along those lines.
Yeah, because I'm not using your code exactly, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of like reimagining it as my own. But
Mhm.
I'll put in the comments that's what I did.
Okay.
So
I
we
went ahead
use
and
that.
started recording, so we've got
Okay,
something recorded at least.
sweet.
Almost forgot to do that.
That's all right. I forgot last week, so
Yeah.
um, yeah. But yeah, man. Did you have any other questions?
Not really. It's not this one.
Okay.
Okay. So I figure I share with you the page I created for my transforms and stuff. Here's my page.
Whoa.
Got a cool little animation. You
Right.
mouse over the cards. Oh, it's not showing up right all of a sudden. What the heck? Why is it doing that? That's bizarre. It's not loading the images for some reason.
Oh,
But there's supposed to be like these same kind of images on the other side of the card instead of that text. Oh.
oh, that is way
Well,
cool.
F5. Let's try reloading it like that.
No.
No.
Mm.
Okay, let's do this then. Close it out. Open it again. There we go. Now it's a little card flip that flips the card over so you can,
Huh. Oh, that is cool.
and it's
Pandemic
twisted at
touches.
an angle using transforms and use transforms and animation to make it spin. And when you click on it, it fades out the one that's there and fades out the new one, or fades in the new one with the description about the character or the role. Fun little project.
Right, dude. That's awesome.
And then my project for last week, similar. This was with this was with JavaScript, and it does the same kind of thing. It flips it over.
Oh.
And I use the Flex container. So I don't know if you've used Flexbox before, but it's really handy.
No. Well, I think I've kind of used it ish, but not really.
It makes it so that as you size the page,
It
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 adjusts where
keeps it.
things are at, makes it
Mhm.
fit well.
Right.
So
Makes it work with like phone devices and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it so it displays nice for phone versus computer. And if you have it on a computer and you're resizing the screen to a smaller size, it still displays nicely.
That is awesome.
Sorry, my daughter's being a little vocal right now.
Oh, it's all good.
I think she might be a little hungry
Mm,
and tired.
that too. That always does it.
Yep.
No, that's pretty cool, dude. Like, so you've got it all figured out.
I can barely hear what's going on because you're being so loud.
Mm,
Want to pass it? There you go. Kind of my plan right now for my project is to do something along those lines already. You know what I did for those, and
right.
actually make it so that my right now I've got I think 3 or 4 games that I was planning on doing where I'm going to make it so you can look at the details of the characters, you can select characters, and then you can randomly generate characters to use for playing in the game.
Oh,
So both of those games, it's the Pandemic. I don't know if you've ever played that one before, but you pick a role, and you're supposed to randomly pick a role. So I figured you select which ones you want, and then click the random button, and it'll spit out a role for each player, and then you play the
Right.
game. For that other one, Red Dragon Inn, there's 40 something available characters, and I have most of them.
Mm.
And you just play as one of the characters, and then it's a last man standing game. You're trying to beat everybody, make it so that they all either pass out or lose all their gold, and then you're the last one around.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fun. And then I was also going to do Smash Up as another one where you take two decks of 40 cards, I think, or 20 cards. You mix them together, and you're just trying to get the most points. So those were three of the ones I was thinking of making basically a randomizer for it, so you can pick a game you want to play, and then pick which characters you want to select from, and then randomly generate which characters you're going to play. I actually recently just finished up a similar one for CS313. That was for the Red Dragon Inn characters, but it does more than just randomly generating characters. It tracks a lot of data on it, and I actually have a database for it and everything. So you log in, and then you have other people join the game, and then it tracks how many times you played each character and how many times you won as each character and things like that.
Right. Yeah, because you have to do a lot more in that class in regards to like the server and stuff. So
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
it was fun.
Yeah.
Now I got to do another project, and so this time I'm thinking about doing Pandemic and doing the same kind of thing, tracking wins and what kind of circumstances you had when you won and how close you were to losing, things like that, essentially.
Right. Right. Yeah, dude. That's really cool. That's awesome.
How many code topics have you submitted so far?
One.
Yeah, you might want to get on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna make those websites the three
Mm-hmm.
or four more. And most of them are gonna be they're gonna share like a lot of the different ones. So
Yeah.
try and get that up. So, but
Well, if you want to look at my GitHub repository at all, you're free to. But as I've progressed through this class, like the later pages that I've made, like that last one I made, it implemented stuff from pretty much every topic.
right, yeah.
I just didn't have audio or video or canvas. But I had some CSS manipulation, some minor CSS manipulation.
Right.
I had some JavaScript CSS manipulation. I had some JavaScript animation. I had some CSS animation, CSS transform, CSS transition. I had some session storage, so local storage. I had AJAX requests with a JSON file. Yeah, some DOM manipulation.
Right. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Just get something turned in at least.
Yeah.
Even if it's something super basic. I honestly, I think I've overdone mine a little bit and overthought them a bit, but I spent a little bit more than I probably would have liked to, but I've gotten good grades on all of them, which is good. I've gotten like full points on all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got, yeah, I think I spent at least 4 hours on each topic creating my pages. So.
Right. And I've been really slacking behind on that because of everything else, but I don't know. So I just don't like. I really don't like making these websites.
Yeah.
It's
the highlight of my week because the rest of my classes are all research. I've got CS432, which is all about researching methodologies, and pretty soon we're going to get into project management topics and writing papers about it. I've got CS470, which is all about researching security topics And we've
Right.
actually, the last couple of weeks, we've been making programs, which has been fun.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the.
Yeah.
I've been. I don't know. My classes. I like my operating system class the best because it's been. It, I don't know. I'm probably gonna be a system administrator. Like I think we were talking about that last time.
We did talk about that last week.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that, and that's really what I
Mhm.
want to do. But and so like websites aren't as I'm not as focused on them. But yeah, my operating systems class is the best. Did you figure out the assignment for CS470 this week? Were you able to get that up?
I think so. I did the best I could. I got, of the 7 topics that we were supposed to do, I think I did 6 of them. So
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that I'll get, at least 90% on each of those, so that I'll get, close to 100% overall.
Right.
But
Mm,
I don't know for sure how close I was to having it the way it's supposed to be on all of them. And I know my programs, my little functions, weren't,
hmm
some of them were not very, like real world functions, if that makes sense, something that would actually exist. They're kind of made to show the exploitations.
Yeah. I think most people actually like create code that isn't
Yeah.
susceptible to it, but
Now I did find some examples online from previous students that
hmm
posted theirs on GitHub,
right,
and yeah, a lot of them were like it wasn't doing anything useful whatsoever. It's just showing that a vulnerability.
right.
So I
I
tried to
found
make
a
mine
couple.
somewhat useful-ish.
Right. It's I don't know. It's school.
Yeah.
it, all of this stuff is not going to be very useful afterwards.
Now, learning and understanding how to prevent it is useful, but learning how to
Do
make a
it.
vulnerability
hmm
isn't quite as useful.
Right.
My
Yeah.
big thing is I didn't have enough direction. It's okay. How am I supposed to make something that's going to be a vulnerability? That's not something I would inherently do.
Right.
So how am I going to come up with an idea to make code that's supposed to function, but it's supposed to have a vulnerability? And yeah,
Goodness. Right. And then the only instructions we had were in the file itself
pretty
with the
much.
requirements, and those don't even make sense. So
Yeah. And I had a hard time figuring out the ANSI Unicode. And I don't know if I did it right, but I essentially just made it into basically an array
right.
vulnerability, but the vulnerability is, instead of it not checking bounds right, technically it's still not checking bounds right. It's using the size of the type instead of using whatever else to check the bounds.
I think that's what the reading told us it was basically.
Yeah, basically. So that, I think I got it right, but I'm not sure. The thing that I didn't quite follow on it is that it's got to be at least half as many as it's supposed to store as what you're putting in. And I'm like, how
hmm
does that affect it? Right. I don't follow that, because
right.
if the bounds are supposed to, and wouldn't you need to put beyond that anyways, because you're checking based, I guess it depends on how you're checking it and what things like that. If you're checking, looking for a location to fill in the array,
hmm
that would make sense, where you're filling it based on the number, because then you're looking, I don't know, it was a little tricky.
Yeah.
We'll see how I did on it.
right. Yeah, I got mine turned in, but I didn't. I at least have some code for everything. I just don't know if it fully works or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah, I ran into some interesting stuff when I was doing the stack smashing. I actually based it to a degree off of, I mean, I had the idea right, I just wasn't getting the right result. And
Mhm.
I looked at somebody else's code that they shared on GitHub, and I basically made it do essentially the same thing, but with what I was doing instead of what he was doing, which was not anything useful. I was making it pseudo useful.
Right. Hmm.
So that kind of helped, kind of worked.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I
At
got it
least it
functioning and
works.
doing what I wanted to. It called another function and then crashed. Instead of just crashing, which would be a stack spray, it did something and then crashed.
I think that's what he was looking for.
I believe
Um,
so.
yeah. I don't know, but well, I don't know if anybody else is gonna
I'm
join.
I'm not thinking so.
Right.
We got 2 weeks left of code topics, and then it's on to the project. So haven't seen a lot of videos getting posted, though. Haven't seen a lot of training videos getting posted by anybody.
Yeah, no. I haven't done mine from last week or this week. I
Okay.
just haven't gotten around to it, so um I don't know about anybody else though. I
I
know
have no
you've
idea. Yeah.
I think you've done your all of yours.
I've got one more to do. I've got one that was supposed to be doing next week, which I'm going to probably go ahead and record it and do it tonight because I've got the page done. I just haven't
Right.
created the presentation yet.
Oh, okay.
So my plan is to do that tonight, and then I'm going to use all my training videos and my HTML media tags page next week. So
Sweet.
that's my plan. That way he's got access to all my training videos that I created, and so and
So
then
the
I can
te
always go back and reference them too if I want to.
right. So the teachers you're gonna put it up there for the teacher or for
Well, I'm going to put it up there on my page, but I'm going to share that page with the teacher because that's what I'm submitting for the media tags,
Oh, okay.
and so he'll be able to look at all those videos that I recorded.
Right.
Because I haven't been submitting the videos with the submission because I haven't been I just haven't been submitting the videos with the submission.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I don't remember why exactly. Probably because I didn't realize that I was supposed to be doing that.
Oh, I
So
didn't even know if we were supposed to be doing that.
I don't know for sure if we're supposed to or not, but I figure I haven't done the media tags one yet, and so I can put all my videos all my presentation videos on the media tags page.
Right. That would be that that would show it, so
Yep.
that would be good.
Uh
But
huh.
I think I only had a couple of videos, one canvas, and a picture slide thing that I kind of copied from W3 Schools,
Yep.
and he gave me 10.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna
So
have my videos. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do beyond that. I think I might toss an audio file on there and do a canvas.
yeah, it's pretty. Those are the pretty simple ones. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll probably get over. I'll go overboard on the canvas and do something crazy on the canvas, but that's just me.
sweet. Alrighty, well, I don't know. I don't have any other questions really,
Okay.
so I'll figure out how to cite your stuff since I'm gonna look it over and see if I can't use some of it and
Yeah. One
can't
thing
figure
I've
it out
always done,
myself.
or one thing I've tried to do on whenever I'm citing somebody, or using citing somebody else's code that I base my code on,
Hmm.
is I actually put a link to where I found the code.
Oh yeah, I'll probably do that and get that in there. So
Just cover your behind kind of thing.
right. All right.
Okay.
Well, awesome.
Well, I guess we'll call it an end of meeting, and hopefully people will come next week.
Yep. I'll see you next week then.
Okay.
All right.
But
Bye.